Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Do honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akim Akwath. Learning and teaching truth and sincerity. Another modern day madness and prophecies. Alright, I'm going to be outside, so you'll probably hear the the tigers and the barracudas making some noise. So Salakia. I just got these couple of clips, going to be showing some judgments that have been going out, showing you how Edom is, he likes to make use of Israelite body parts, all right, and whatnot. Just keeping up to date with the wild shit that's going on in the world, right? All right, so let's start with, I'm going to show like 4 clips of judgments.
This kid fucking jumped up! This kid fucking jumped up! Oh my fucking...
Now right here it's hard to see, but some idiot jumped off the cruise ship. And apparently immediately a shark got to making pay him a visit. So
God! Oh bye-bye! Oh yeah! That's it! Hey, the buoy! Hey, the buoy! This kid's fucking gone, bro. This kid fucking...
completely, completely nonsensical. Hey, you couldn't pay me money to do no shit like that, especially at night. So they apparently, they couldn't find him. They still been searching, but he probably somewhere didn't floated his ass down near Leviathan some damn where. All right, next clip. Now right here, I'm not sure if they was on the run from the police or what, but it says they were driving at 100 miles per hour. And as you can see, they flipped and literally everybody flew out the car like some fucking, like it was ping pong or some shit. And this video is probably going to get set to YouTube. Hopefully they don't take it down, but it'll probably get set to 18 and over. And I got a couple more. Might be hard to see, but one of them was the Kia boys, or 2 of them was the Kia boys, and one of them, you see his body hanging out and dragging. Where's the official report at? The official report, the guy being dragged, I believe he has a crushed skull, broken arms and shit. His whole upper body's through, and they got him in a medically induced coma, so he probably not gonna bounce back. But you see what time it is on planet Earth, y'all. And it's no coincidence the car happened to slide and hit the people that's recording. That's the way that Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai set it up. Basically, y'all, hey, we got to be on our P's and Q's out here. This ain't the time to be just walking around, skipping and a hopping, listening to, what's that? It's a Barbie world. No, it's a plastic, whatever the fuck. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I forget who made that fucking song. It was this, it's a plastic, fuck. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just skipping and a hopping and listening to early 2000s bop songs and shit. You'll get judged out here. You'll get judged being simple out here on the planet Earth, as you're seeing. I believe there is another one I had. You know what? I'll deal with those 3. Well, let's get some scriptures now. Salakia, y'all. Hey, I'm outside, so my sinuses are killing me. It's like whenever you go to a new city, your sinuses have to get adjusted. So until then, you're just getting beat up. Let's go to Psalm 68. Or we'll go 66 and 5. It says, "Come and see the works of Yahweh. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men." So the Heavenly Father, who you call God, who these people call God, his name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. They don't play with people down here, all right? And you see it in some of the awesome ways that people die. When I say awesome, I mean in the sense of awe-inspiring, all right, the proper definition of the word. Awesome deaths, a wonder to behold. The Heavenly Father he doesn't care if that was your A and B student 18-year-old. All right, if he wanted to be stupid enough to hop over a boat on the middle of a cruise ship, then he got what he got. All right, if the Kia boys want to go joyriding, then they get what they got. Now, one of them, as you saw, it might have been hard to see and make out, but there was a kid hanging out the window in this one. And so he got crushed up against that bus. What you think is left of him? Not a whole lot. All right, now let's get the next clip.
6 in the morning.
I'm not even gonna play the music, man. This shit is so fucking disgusting. I don't even feel like watching the whole damn thing. Can't stop this 65. She ought to be fucking ashamed of herself. She ought to be ashamed of herself. That is beyond disgusting. That is beyond disgusting.
You not hating, sweetheart. You're going through all my videos talking bad about me. Why would you be hating? I love you. Please don't stop. Don't stop. Life alert. I know you not hating, sweetheart.
So lucky, y'all. See, everything's a joke right now. Man, she ought to be a saint. It's no wonder why our people are destroyed. Because remember, since the 60s now, the so-called Israelite community, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, more so Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, Southern Kingdom, right? We've been getting raised by single mothers. If this is who you have as a mother and a grandmother, what can you, if this is the person that brings, nurses you, and raises you up in this world in your infant, in your beginning years, what's gonna come of that? You either go if you're a woman under this woman's tutelage, you're either gonna grow up to be a hoe, or if you're a man, you're gonna grow up to be a gangbanger delinquent, because that's the type of men she probably liked. Our people are they're fit for the destruction now. All right, it's about that time. She's doing the complete opposite of what a woman her age should be doing. Titus 2 and 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed. Do you think she's doing that? Do you think that she has the age of her body, but not of her mind? She still wants to run around like a 20-year-old because she can't let it go, filled with the pride of life. And she doesn't want to accept the fact that she no longer looks like her younger, former self. It's no mystery why our people are destroyed. Look at who our so-called leaders are. Now here it is, right? We're going to deal with this out of 1 Timothy 5. It says, let not a widow be taken into the number under 60 years old, having been the wife of one man, well reported of for good works. If she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, if she have relieved the afflicted, if she have diligently followed every good work. But the young widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton against Mashiach, they will marry. So here it is. This lets you know that, because dealing in the ancient times, right, in the times that this is written, you would have an older woman, a widow, but you'd have to inspect what type of woman was she. Was she a little demon her whole life, or was she a good woman married to one man who, unfortunately, he passed before her, but she spent the remainder of her life being a good example to the rest of women, helping the poor, helping the saints, right? And it says otherwise, if they're, because it said 60 years old, so 60, those that are, okay, say for instance, you take a woman that's 30 years old, as you're seeing with this old demon right here, And even though she's well over 60, but she still wants to go out and be wanton. She still wants to marry me, and what she still wants to get down. All right, get down and get dirty, and not with one husband, because she's had way more than one husband. I know that for a fucking fact, and I don't know this woman from a rock up against the pavement. God damn it! You think she had one husband? You think she got a husband? All right, this is why the women are man. It's a damn shame. It's a crying shame, y'all. I hope she perished horribly. Where was I at? I got 2 clips. Where's okay? Here we go. 2 more.
To watch, a teen mom drives up to the dumpster. In the back seat is her newborn, stuffed in a trash bag. Then you see her coldly tossing the baby boy right into the dumpster like garbage. She drives off, apparently not realizing every move she made was captured on surveillance camera. It's 36 degrees in Hobbs, New Mexico, but the story doesn't end there. Nightfall comes. That same surveillance camera captures a miracle. As 3 dumpster divers scavenge for goods, suddenly they hear what they think is a cat. They retrieve the garbage bag. Miraculously, the baby is alive. You see the woman taking charge, her maternal instincts kicking in. She cradles the baby. You even see her kiss the infant. They call 911.
911, where's your emergency?
We just found the baby in the trash.
Is it breathing?
Yes, ma'am. He still got his umbilical cord. He's whimpering.
I'm gonna say that. Hey, just real quick. That more. I mean, obviously, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai kept the baby alive for whatever reason. We'll see, right? But that had that umbilical cord been cut, that baby would have died. That umbilical cord still being connected is more than likely why it was still alive. It still had some of the, the fluid in there, able to give it, keeping it somewhat nourished while being out there for damn near a whole day. This shit crazy, y'all.
It's not kind, actually.
The woman in the video seen comforting the child is April Natal.
She could have took him to the hospital, took him to a church, took him somewhere other than throwing him away like a piece of trash.
The teen mom was quickly tracked down. She is 18-year-old Alexia Avila.
And of course, is an Israelite woman, man, dog. Now here's my thing. Now, for what reason would a 18-year-old young woman decide to throw her baby away? Why? Let's break it down. Because it's easy to just scream and curse at her, which she's worthy of. She is going to perish horribly, right? But now, what reason would a young gal throw that baby away? Why? Because she feels that child is getting in the way of her life, getting in the way of the parties, getting in the way of the drinking, the smoking. See, the sex was fun. That's the fun part. But after all the humping and crunching is done, now if seed is born off in you, now you have to be responsible for a life. And she feels that responsibility is in the way of her potential fun and prosperity. And now who promotes that mindset upon these women? Babylon. Who gives them the green light? Babylon, the so-called white man. So what do we have to do? Babylon must fall for this behavior to end, because it's not going to happen in the kingdom. You're not going to be in a stroll in the kingdom and hear some shaking in the garbage and look over and it's a fucking Judite baby in a dumpster. That's not happening in the kingdom.
Now faces attempted murder and child abuse charges.
Hey, and you see that scripture underneath right there, that's 2 Timothy. I'm going to just pull 2 real quick, one out of Isaiah, one out of Job. I'm not Job, Lamentations, Isaiah and Lamentations. Isaiah 49, yep. It says, Isaiah 49:15, can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yeah, they may forget thee, yet will I not forget thee. All right, and that's something that's, some of us have had some, some of us have, shit, you got some brothers that came up in orphanages and shit, man. This is something that some of us have gone through, been abandoned by our actual, birth, mother and father, whether it be by death or they just didn't want to deal with you, right? Well, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to recover us, all right? Because that's a very unnatural thing for a woman to just have no compassion on the very thing you pushed out of you. But that's what this place does. This is a very, very evil world we live in. Lamentations 4 and 3. It says, even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. And that's what we just saw. So like, y'all, Jake just pulled up on me. I'm trying to knock my video out, man. Where I leave, says the daughter of my people has become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. So the women of our people, the majority of them, obviously, the sisters in the truth, y'all gonna be all right. But these women in the world, they not, man. They not gonna be all right. They're gonna have to perish. And we all got the horror stories, man. Israelite woman will do you, your own mama will do you bad. Your aunties, uncles, grandma and them. You'll get put out on the street at 5 fucking years old. Shit. Next clip.
A U.S. bank called the Union Banking Corporation is funding the Nazis. Under the Trading with the Enemy Act, its assets are seized. One of the directors of the bank was Prescott Bush, whose son and grandson would become U.S. presidents. 2014, Hunter Biden's investment fund, Rosemont Seneca Technology Partners, invests $500,000 in a company called Metabiota, which was involved in biolab projects in Ukraine. The same year, Metabiota is awarded a $23.9 million Department of Defense contract, all while Joe Biden is vice president and sharing bank accounts with Hunter. 2016, President Biden blackmails Ukraine into firing a prosecutor investigating corruption involving Hunter Biden's dealings in Ukraine.
I said, leave it in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money.
2022, Russia invades Ukraine, claiming the biolabs were linked directly to the Bidens.
The Pentagon has established a number of biological laboratories in the former Soviet Union.
The Biden administration funds upwards of $75 billion in aid to the Nazi-sympathizing Ukrainian armed forces. Why haven't the Biden's assets been seized under the Trading with the Enemy Act? 1942, a U.S. bank called the Union Banking Corporation is funding the Nazis. Under the Trading with the Enemy Act, its assets are seized. One of the
So Salaki, y'all. So hey, this is some real good information, man. He was going in deep, man. He was going in deep. It's all connected some way, somehow. Hey, this guy E, he likes to make it look like he's the good guy, but all you got to do is a little bit of digging behind the scenes, and you'll find out he's a whole monster. But it's all these Edomite, prolific politicians and whatnot in these countries. They're all connected. They've been doing dirt together, but it's all being revealed and brought to light. All right, matter of fact, and so you have that being shown, and there's another. Let me get this other clip. Hang on. All right, Salaki, y'all. There was a clip I was going to show, but I just realized it got deleted. And the guy was showing how, the cashless society is coming in. How he was setting it up. He actually broke it down very thoroughly in an easy to understand manner, but they deleted it. That's some bullshit. So I'll just play this other one instead, just basically showing you how the whistleblowers are giving us all the jewels.
Making a prediction, which is also based on a consensus of my colleagues and peers, that the next thing is coming. We've been threatened with this by, the big pharma people and the people who have been engineering the situation for the past 3 years. It is not a false threat. Something new is going to come, and I guarantee you it's going to be based on mRNA technology, and it's not going to have been safety tested. That was what this was all about. It was a consecutive bad safety trial from Pfizer and Moderna, in my opinion, which moved to mice, 8 mice, which moved to no testing, and subsequent products, because they're going to say that they're related, will not need to be tested at all. And the data on these products is very bad. It's indicative that they are not only not efficacious, they are less than efficacious, which means that they're doing harm. And this is a therapeutic which is designed to help you maintain health against a pathogen or virus, whatever you want to call it, that has an infection fatality rate of basically 0. So watch what's coming in the future and say no thank you.
And so right here, she was dropping the jewels. This man E, all of his wickedness behind closed doors is being brought out, which is why he's speeding things up You know, and the people, our people in the world especially, they still want to run around ignorant. Man, what you mean? It's for the end. What you mean? You know, that type of retard, dummy nigga spirit. All the signs are pointing to what? The end. Alright. And I'm just getting the fact of, I want to get, we'll go to Luke. The fact that his deeds that he's been doing in the dark, we now have the rap sheet on. And they don't like it. Not one bit. Luke, what is that? 8 and 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest. Neither is anything hid that shall be known and come abroad. Alright, so the whistleblowers have been helping us out. And despite all this man's secret illings and dillings and stillings and killings, we now have his, we have the rap sheet of the white man, of the Edomites. Alright, and one more. That's about
I'm making a
for so far for today. Let's deal with this.
What the hospitals are doing with black women's placentas. Did you know that all over the world, you won't believe what the hospitals are doing with black women's placentas? Did you know that all over the world, black mothers are being exploited in hospitals for the rich and the wealthy? There are rich people who need new hearts and organs and are using technology to generate them by using high quality blood tissues and melanin. And where do you think they're getting this blood tissue and melanin from? From black women in hospitals after they had babies. When they have you signing these papers in a hospital, you are actually giving them the right to become a trustee and take your placenta, umbilical cord, and cord blood. Then they sell them to companies like LifeBank USA and Celgene. LifeBank USA buys all the blood, the cords, and the placentas. Celgene takes the melanin and blood from those and give them to a chemist to clone it and create new organs. So while women out here struggling to make ends meet on welfare, Section 8, and things of that nature, these Fortune 500 companies are banking off them and making billions. You won't believe what the hospitals are doing with black.
So right there, he's exposing the fact that these companies, and you know, this is something that's well known. You know, this ain't just a myth or conspiracy. You can go talk to any Israelite woman that's been in the hospital. They immediately rush in and come grab that placenta, all right, and then try to rush out before the baby even done goddamn cleaned off. But that's this man's MO. He wants to, hey, the scripture said that one people shall be stronger than the other. He knows that our bodies are better equipped, which is why he's been doing the best he can to break us down over these centuries. And also, when he can, he tries to take parts of our body to use for himself. All right. So we'll just go to the book of Sirach. Yeah, right here, Sirach 12 and 12. At verse 10, it lets you know not to trust your enemy. But here we see a reason why. So verse 12, it says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So this guy, he pretends to be our friend so he can dominate and control us and take what we have. Now he wants that birthright. He wish he could get his blessing back, but he can't. So he'll settle for your kidneys, your heart, and your eyeballs, right? Or and you know, when the Ronadona was up and running, he had made the decree in certain places to where if the women weren't jabbed up, he wouldn't deliver their babies, and that's horse crap. You know, so if possible, man, shit, man. Hey, look, there's brothers who have had their wives do home births and everything went smooth. You know, midwife, you know, bucket of water and some towels, god damn it. You know, if you know, if man, this place, man, boy, this devil, he's giving us hell, but it's almost over. All right, so that's just something. I remember learning about that even back in the world, that they like to take our organs and whatnot. So that's about it. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like the Akim wa Aqua, learning and teaching of truth and sincerity. Shalom.